beautiful month of March in the year 2025, and exactly the first day in the third month. And like I usually say, when you wake up in the morning, you have to say thank you to the Almighty for keeping you alive. Thank you to the Almighty for making sure that you are well, ill, and healthy. Thank you to your Maker. If you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, you say thank you. And then, aside from thanking God, you help me to say thank you to your parents as well. Your parents also deserve, like saying thank you. Why? Because they work hard to make sure that you are alive, you go to school, you eat, you're clothed, you're a shelter, everything is done for you. And the only way you can say, you can make them proud is to say thank you and assisting them in one way or the other. Come let me do this one. Okay, mommy. Do this for me. Okay, mommy. Oh, do this. Okay, daddy. And that is how to be good boys and good girls. So do you promise me that you're going to do, be good boys and good girls in the month of March? Okay, that is good. Welcome once again. My name is Favor Olorotola. Before I get into the program, every new month like this, I usually do something special for celebrants in each month. And this is going to cover for the whole of March, especially all the kids listening to me, every child listening to me, this will cover, and every adult as well that was also a child, this will cover as well. Happy birthday to everybody born in the month of March.
Oh yeah, if you are born in March, stop. Yeah, I'm a lot of yellow. I'm a lot of yellow. Yeah, I'm a March. I'm a March. I'm a yellow. Yeah. Alisa, if you are born in March, stand up. Yeah, I'm a lot of, I'm a lot of, I'm a lot of, I'm a lot of yellow. March. Oh yeah, I'm a March. I'm a yellow. I'm a March. Afẹ́fí máa ṣì kọrin, ó yẹ sọ pé máa ṣe jago bàjẹ́. Máa ṣe jago bàjẹ́. Ọmọ máa ṣì o, máa ṣe jago bàjẹ́. Olúwa, máa ṣe jago bàjẹ́. Máa ṣe jago. Máa ṣe. Máa ṣe. March, 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 march. Hey! If I must have this, if I was. If I must have this, if I was. If I must have this, if I was.
Okay, that is dedicated to everybody, every child born in the month of March. Shout out to my uncle, Oluwagomiga Ola. Today's his birthday. Plus one, happy birthday to you. And everyone born in the month of March, every kid listening to me right now, today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so that is that about this segment. Let's move on. Now, a special thing is happening also in the month of March, and that is, dedicated to all the Muslim faithfuls, Muslim brothers, Muslim sisters. Congratulations on seeing this month, and I pray that this month will bring every blessings that you really deserve. We'll talk about that on the program. At the same time, we will do other things. To everyone that won on the show last week, if you checked your recharge, your lines on Tuesday, you see that I was able to spread the 5,000 naira that I promised for my birthday. I already gave it to you all on Tuesday. If you checked your mom and dad's phone, how come? I just thought I was recharged, so it was that was what I did, so that we're all going to be good, and I fulfilled my promise. And now to every other person, when I come back, I'll reel out the names of everyone. The only person that I did not send anything to, and I'm not even sure if I want to continue or if I want to do that, It's Zainab. Zainab did not send in her number and her details, so I didn't do that to her. So I don't know. Maybe I can still do that for you, but it's already gone. Maybe you can try again this week, and that is because I told everyone to send in numbers before 12:30 or 12 o'clock that day. So everyone that I saw, I did. Just hang in there. I will be back. I need to go on a commercial break. We'll talk about the month of Ramadan, why it is important, and then we'll also do other things. Stay tuned, don't change the dial. Still Smart Brains on Solutions 93.9 FM.
bó ṣe wà yìí mo ti ní ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá nípamọ́ tí ọ̀gá náà bá wá sanwó fún mi lọ́la màá tún fi ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá mìíràn kún tí Ṣẹ́gun náà bá wá sanwó tó jẹ mí á jẹ́ pé màá tún fi ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá mìíràn kún bí ó ṣe máa lọ nìyẹn.
ọ̀gbẹ́ni ìwọ ní tí òun ka ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá tó ń ṣe látẹ̀ gangan àbí.
FCMB Millionaire promo ìkẹwàá ló mà tún ti dé mo ń ṣe ìṣirò oye tí mo máa fi pamọ́ tí yóò fún mi ní àǹfààní láti kópa jẹ̀bùn ìtorí pé ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo bá fi pamọ́ ó lè jẹ́ kí n jẹ̀bùn mílíọ̀nù tó pọ̀.
owó ṣáà ti fowó pamọ́ sínú àkáǹtì rẹ fọ́gbọ̀n ọjọ́ láì gbà èyí lè jẹ́ kó láǹfààní àti jẹ̀bùn mílíọ̀nù kan náírà yálà oníbàárà tuntun ló jẹ́ tàbí ìwọ tó ti wà pẹ̀lú wa tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ṣí àkáǹtì yìí rọrùn púpọ̀ ohun tó nílò àti ṣe ni kó tẹ *329# lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ tàbí kó download FCMB mobile lórí Google Play Store ńlọ bá tán àǹfààní yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kejìlá títí di ọgbọ̀njọ́ oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún 2025 bó o bá ṣe fowó pamọ́ sí iná àlàǹfààní ẹ̀bùn tó jẹ́ náà ṣe pọ̀ sí àmọ̀ràn tí o wípé àdéhùn àti àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Awenya Arena Event Center?
Awenya Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they will work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Awenya Arena really nailed it.
Yes, they did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Libati, Okado Ibadan, or call 0809 360 7888 or 0706 899 4970 to book your event today. Awenya Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
Get her shining, her feathers they glow. Now the jungle is smiling, 'cause our baby's home. Can you feel what I feel? The day is come at last. Our precious jewel has returned. I'll be the first to say welcome back. Oh, welcome back. I said welcome, welcome, welcome back.
You're listening to Smart Brains. This lesson is about Ramadan.
What is Ramadan?
There are 5 pillars of Islam, and fasting is one of them. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, so during the month of Ramadan, Muslims around the world fast for 30 days.
How do Muslims fast?
Each morning we wake up early before the Fajr prayer, which is before sunrise. Then we eat some breakfast. This is called suhoor. It's a good idea to eat healthy because it will help you get through the day. We don't eat or drink anything all day until the sun sets. This is called iftar. It's a good idea to eat slowly and in small portions this time, otherwise you will not feel so good.
Why do Muslims fast?
Fasting teaches us important values like self-control, empathy, efficiency, dedication, patience or sabr, and unity.
What else do Muslims do?
Before the first of Ramadan, some Muslims begin preparing themselves to get into the routine of fasting, like getting up early, exercising, and storing some healthy foods. Muslims also pray a special prayer every night of Ramadan called Tarawih. Remember, just because we are fasting does not mean we can be lazy. We can stay active and busy to distract ourselves from hunger. We should do activities like giving to charity, helping other people, distributing food, reciting Quran, and praying Salah.
Do all Muslims fast?
Allah is so kind and merciful, so He better than anyone will understand if you are unable to. Allah has given permission to some Muslims to not fast. They are children, expecting or nursing mothers, people who are unwell, travelers, elderly, people with disabilities or health factors, and more. Remember, Ramadan is known as a blessed month because it was during the last 10 days that the first revelation of the Quran was given to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the cave Hira by the angel Jibreel. It's a reminder for us to appreciate and give thanks to Allah for everything we have. We give to the needy, help other people, and recognize others, and hopefully continue these good habits after the month ends.
Ramadan, the month of Ramadan is almost here. We've waited a long, we've waited a while for the month of mercy, for the month of mercy, for the month of mercy. Ramadan, the month of mercy.
Why do we fast? Ramadan is the most blessed month of the year. But the question we might have is, why do we fast in this blessed month? To find the answer, let's look at the Quran, since that is our best source. In Surah Baqarah, verse 183, the last two words are لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to say is that we increase our taqwa by fasting during Ramadan. But how do we have taqwa? And what is taqwa? Taqwa is when we try not to do any bad things. So, how can fasting increase our taqwa and protect ourselves from doing any bad things? Well, we control our minds, and our minds controls everything that we do. Our minds tell us what to do and what not to do. When we fast, our stomach is constantly crying for food. At that time, our mind orders the stomach to wait until sunset and then we can eat. It is a very difficult thing to fight between our minds and our stomach. And some of our minds might lose that fight and we might start to eat before sunset. But most of us, inshallah, can win that fight because our stomach is fasting. During the 30 days of Ramadan, we try to make our minds control our bodies more. For an example, when we fast, sometimes we can become very weak and we might not want to pray our prayer on time. But during that time, our mind is ordering our body to go and make wudu and pray our prayer. Also, sometimes we might become very upset and use bad words. But when we fast, our minds orders our tongue not to say those bad words. Even our eyes might want some bad TV program or videos. But during our fasting, our minds orders our eyes not to see any of those bad things. And if we want to use our hands to do bad things, our minds controls our hands to stop so we don't do any bad things. During the 30 days of fasting, when we try our best to use our minds not to do any bad things, and when we try our best to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy and not to do those bad things, our taqwa becomes stronger and stronger. Ramadan is a training time for our minds. And to make our training easy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even puts our biggest enemy, shaitan, in chains and locks him up so our minds can easily become a good boss to control what we do. When we fight, we train ourselves to become a better person so that even after Ramadan ends, we can easily do great things to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide all of us this Ramadan and help us continue to make Him happy even after Ramadan ends. Ameen.
The month of mercy.
Okay, that you have it, and now you listen to it. Patience, unity, a lot of things that comes with the month of Ramadan. I know that, as kids as well, there are a lot of things that, you want to do. And this month makes you a better person, and it prepares you for the rest of the year. And one other thing that it does is that your mind is pure. You have a lot of good things. You desist from saying bad words. You desist from fighting people. You are very cautious of what you do, what you say, and a lot. I know that most kids may be exempted from fasting, but if you're older, you're an older kid, your parents will make sure that you do fast. But then I wish everybody this Ramadan season a blissful one, and all prayers will be granted. Amen. Okay, let's move on to the program. It's still Smart Brains and Solutions 93.9 FM. Okay, today, or before we do that, let me call the names of all the kids that already got their winnings that I promised them, right? Let me call the names of all the kids first. January, I remember that I asked some of you to, tell me the type of essay that we did, and there were some people that did win on the program, and I had not recharged them, and I kept promising, so I decided to do everything at the same time. Oguntono Eniola, Ibrahim Faraj, and Folorunsho Ruth, the three of you should have gotten something from me on Tuesday. And yeah, there was this teaser about apples, and I said I was going to recharge as well. Now Eniola too falls in that category, so you're going to see like double of the recharge. Toluwani Oyetunde, you're also one person that I said has qualified for the Brain Bee, I guess so. And Adamu Sahlihu, I was able to give you your own recharge card as well on Tuesday. Now for the challenge from last week that I said I was going to spread out 5,000. Somebody sent account number. I didn't say you should say account number. All I did was send your phone number, which of course some of you did. And the person that sent account number, I just, sent the recharge card to the number that you sent it through. So Adeoye Bright, Abiri Emmanuel, Oyekomi Shama, Matthew Favor, you got like times 2. You were also the contestant in the writing competition from January, so I totally forgot. So when I remembered your name, I just gave you the recharge. You would see about 1,500, 1,001 one number, 500 and another number. So I separated it. So Matthew Favor, you got 1,500 for writing competition and the challenge from last week. Oyetunde testimony, the Oyetundes, so I merged it. You see about 1,000. Toluwani, the two of you. Ayegun, I think it's Gloria. Zainab did not send, so she's the only person that didn't get anything from me on Tuesday. So if you had seen it, So please signify and let me know. Now let's move on to the today. There is something called, there are two things actually called, they have two phrases: saving for the rainy day and taking things for granted. If you don't save for the rainy day, there's some things that might happen. Saving for the rainy day has a meaning. You took something for granted as a meaning as well. When you take something, you take someone for granted, it means that you have failed to properly appreciate someone or something, especially as a result of overfamiliarity. Now, when you decide not to be appreciative, for instance, you already believe that, well, it's a norm, my parents should pay my school fees. So therefore, when it's done, I cannot say thank you. I cannot, just be grateful for what they did. You just say, okay, that's all. No show of gratitude. Do you know that the next time they might decide not to pay it, and then you begin to cry? Or you have someone who is always, helping you out with your homework, always helping you out with things, because you feel like, well, they keep doing it, there is no point in appreciating the person. You begin to take the person for granted. So therefore, you fail to appreciate. What does it now mean when you fail to save for the rainy day? It means you don't think about the future. You don't think about, the consequences of spending too much now, so that when you are in need in the nearest future, you can go back and fall on that. What do I mean? For instance, you have 1,000 naira today. Instead of you to save maybe 500 naira for that, I know that it's not easy to save 1,000 naira because 1,000 will buy a lot of things. I'm just giving an example. Instead of you to save like 500 naira from that 1,000 naira, you squander it all on biscuits, on sweets, on a lot of things that will not benefit you, instead of thinking of saving or investing, which can actually have a consequence in the future. So today we'll be looking at two different girls, how it happened, and if eventually you don't get to that point of, you've squandered it all, how do you get out of it? Please stay tuned. I have a story. You listen. We'll come back. We talk. I give you some words relating to investment, and then I open the phone line so that you can call into the studio this morning. If you're just joining this program, this is Smart Brains on Solutions 93.9 FM. Remember two phrases that we've learned today: to take for granted, to save for the rainy day.
In a small, quiet village, surrounded by rolling hills and whispering trees, there lived two inseparable friends, Cassie and Gina. They were both from poor backgrounds and had been working tirelessly to make ends meet. They spent their days doing menial jobs, running domestic errands for the wealthy, working on farms, and selling farm produce in the market. But in the midst of their hardships, Cassie and Gina always found ways to be there for each other and make each other happy. Gina would talk loudly about the beautiful things she would buy for herself and for Cassie when they eventually make it big. One day, after hours of labor on a neighbor's farm, the two friends walked home under the scorching sun. Their feet ached, and their backs were sore. They bought a plate of food from a roadside restaurant with the little money they were paid for their labor to share amongst themselves when they get back to their home. As they neared a large orange tree along the bushy pathway leading to their house, they saw an old woman sitting under its shade. She looked frail and tired, her face edged with wrinkles, and her clothes were tattered. "Please, my children," the old woman called out to them, her voice weak. "Do you have any food to spare? I haven't eaten all day." Cassie stopped on her track and looked at the old woman with pity. She immediately dropped the sack of yams she's carrying. "Of course we can share what we have," she said, pulling out the bowl of rice they had just bought and handing it to the old woman. But Gina hesitated. "Cassie, if we give her food, there will be less for us," she whispered. "We barely have enough as it is. But we can work again later this evening and get paid a little more money to buy more food. This woman is old and weak. Let's just give her a little portion of the food we bought." Cassie replied gently. "Well, just know it's your own share of the food you're giving her," Gina blurted out as she reluctantly handed over the portion of food. The old woman expressed her gratitude and took the food. She ate gratefully, her hands trembling as she accepted their kindness. When she finished, she reached into her pouch and pulled out 2 tiny doll coins. "Take these," she said, handing one to each girl. "Place this coin under your pillow tonight, and remember to use what it brings wisely, for it will not last." Gina and Cassie exchanged puzzled glances, but thanked the woman as they accepted the coins she gave them. They continued on their way, chatting about the old woman. That night, curious but skeptical, they each placed the coins under their pillows as instructed. When morning came, Cassie felt her neck aching as her pillow had swollen. She raised her pillow and she couldn't believe her eyes. The coins she received from the old woman had transformed and multiplied into hundreds of shiny coins. Just as she was staring at the coins in disbelief, Gina ran into her room, screaming that her own coin she placed under her pillow had multiplied as well. The girls screamed with joy, their laughter filling the tiny hut they shared. For the first time in their lives, they felt hope and excitement for the future. Cassie, however, remembered the old woman's warning. "Gina," she said, "the old woman must have rewarded us for giving her our food. But remember she said something that sounds like a warning. We must be careful with this money. If we invest it wisely, we can create a better life for ourselves and never have to go back to being poor." Gina was so excited that she barely heard anything Cassie said. "Why worry so much? We are rich now. We should enjoy it. Let's buy new clothes, new shoes, and live in a better house," Gina screamed happily. "No, Gina, listen. We can do all of that. Buy clothes, get a new house, but also, let's start a more profitable business. This is a great opportunity," Cassie replied, trying to reason with Gina. But after what seemed like a little scuffle, the two friends couldn't agree as they wanted different things with their newfound wealth. And so they decided to go their separate ways. Cassie used her newfound wealth to start a small business in the bustling village market. She bought grains and vegetables in bulk and sold them at a profit. Over time, her business grew. She hired helpers, expanded her store, and even began selling processed farm produce for consumption. And though she worked hard, she lived modestly, always thinking about the future. She also doesn't want to ever become poor again. Gina, on the other hand, was swept away by the excitement of her wealth. She bought bright, colorful dresses, sparkling jewelry, and the finest shoes the market had to offer. She moved into a bigger house and even got her hair braided in intricate styles every week. Each night, she placed the magical coin under her pillow, and by morning, it multiplied again. For a while, both girls seemed happy with their choices. Gina lived luxuriously as she had ever wanted, while Cassie hustled and bustled in the village market while living modestly as she had ever wanted as well. But after a month, the magic stopped. One morning, when Cassie and Gina checked under their pillows, the coins were gone. The magic had ended. But Cassie didn't panic. By then, her business was thriving. She had saved her profits, reinvested wisely, and even started helping others in the village. She could live comfortably without the magic coin. Gina, however, was devastated. She had spent every coin she had on luxuries and had nothing left. As days went by, the coin she had in her reserves kept going down as well. She tried to manage her lifestyle, but it was too late. Her neighbors and the townspeople all had eyes on her as a result of her sudden flashy lifestyle. She tried to auction off some of her luxurious clothes and accessories, but the people of the town paid her no attention. Gina was filled with regrets about how she allowed herself get carried away by the glams of the newfound wealth that she didn't make any plans for rainy days. After many weeks of sulking and wishful thinking, with no other option in sight, Gina swallowed her shame and went to Cassie for help. "My dear friend Cassie," she said, tears streaming down her face, "I've made a terrible mistake. I thought the money would last forever, and I didn't think about the future. I was so overwhelmed with the idea of being rich that it overshadowed my sense of good reasoning. Now I have nothing left to even start over with. Please help me." Cassie looked at her friend with compassion. "Gina," she said gently, "we were given a great gift, and we both had a choice about how to use it. I tried to warn you, but I understand now that you had to learn this lesson on your own. I will assist you, my friend. I will let you into my business, and you can start from here to build your own." Gina was dumbfounded by her friend's kindness. They embraced each other tightly. Cassie offered Gina a job at her market store to oversee the sales of the grains, teaching her how to work hard, how to navigate the market, and save wisely. Gina was grateful for the opportunity. She quickly adjusted to the hustle, as that was their reality months back before their encounter with the old woman. Over time, Gina began to rebuild her life. She promised herself that she would never again take her blessings for granted. From that day forward, the two friends grew even closer. Their story became a lesson for everyone in the village that wealth is fleeting, but wisdom and hard work can create a future that lasts. This is the end of my story.
A very beautiful piece right there. Like I said earlier, saving for the rainy day. Saving for the rainy day means that you put something aside for a future, and setting something aside to cater for your needs in the future so that it can be sufficient for you. It's not that you spend everything as it is coming into your account. Now, something the woman said, wealth is fleeting, but wisdom creates a future. As you are listening to me now, you should learn to think about your future. One of the ways you can do that is to invest and to save. And investment is spelled INVESTMENT. I'll take that again. INVESTMENT. Investment. Investment is an asset or an item acquired to generate income or gain appreciation. Okay, so don't let me delve into that big deal or big like that. But I'll be teaching you about 6 words so that I can open the phone lines, words that are relating to investment. Let's go. We have assets. Assets. Well, they can also mean an investment. Investment is anything asset, I beg your pardon, asset. Anything valuable owned by an individual or company. Asset. Anything valuable owned by an individual or company. Asset is spelled ASSET. We also have allocation. Allocation. And that is spelled ALLOCATION. That is the process of distributing resources or assets. Remember, we all first spoke about assets. Asset is anything valuable owned by an individual or a company. But when you allocate, when you say allocation is the process of distributing resources or assets. Okay, let's move on to, let's see, deposit. Money placed in a bank or given as part of an investment. A deposit. 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 Money placed in a bank or given as part of an investment. Remember, we've spoken about asset, allocation, and then we've spoken about deposit. Let's move on to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. I did not say entrepreneurship. I said entrepreneurship. That's the act of starting or managing a business. Entrepreneurship, the process of starting or managing a business. And entrepreneurship is spelled ENTREPRENEURSHIP. I know it's a very long word, so let's do that again. E N T R E P R E N E U R S H I P. Entrepreneurship, the art of starting or managing a business. Well, let's look at expenditure. 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 Money spent on something such as an investment. Expenditure. Money spent on something or money spent on something such as an investment. Expenditure. Expenditure is spelled Expenditture. Expenditure. Okay, let's take one more. We've spoken about deposit, entrepreneurship, expenditure, allocation, asset. Let's take one more. Diversification. That is the act of spreading investments to reduce risk. Like you put it in different places. You when they say don't put your eggs in one basket, right? So you employ diversification in that. So you spread it. That means that you're spreading your investments to reduce risk. Diversification is spelled Diversification. I have a total of 100 words here that can also that is related to investments. So we've done 6 today. We've done diversification, entrepreneurship, expenditure, asset, allocation, deposit. So if you can try this morning, you can call into the studio 0909-888-9939, 0912-222-2939. When you're calling in, it is not to win, it is to make sure that you qualify for, it is to qualify for the Rainbow competition for the year 2025. So who is here? Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, Zainab.
No, ma. Favor.
This is it Matthew Favor?
Yes, ma.
All right, Matthew Favor, how are you doing? Happy New Month.
Same to you, ma.
Okay, so from number 1 to 6, please pick a number.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay, so there is this thing called the art of starting or managing a business. The art of starting or managing a business. What is that?
Entrepreneurship.
You said?
Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, see you when I call you. Let's take 1 or 2 calls before I leave this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Please turn down the volume on your radio set. All right. Yeah. Who is this?
My name is Oyetunde Toluwani.
You said?
Oyetunde Toluwani.
Oyetunde, you already qualified. Why are you calling again?
Okay, ma.
Okay, I already have your number. Thank you very much for calling in.
Yes, ma. Bye, ma.
Bye. All right, let's take 1 or 2 more calls before I go this morning. Good morning. Happy New Month.
Hello, ma.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine. What's your name?
Bawale.
Your name is?
Bawale.
I can't hear you.
My name is Bawale.
Bawale. How old are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13.
Yes, ma.
Okay, so pick a number. Number 4 is gone. Number 1 to 6, pick a number.
Number 1.
Number 1. When you say you spread investments to reduce risks, What is that? When you say you spread your investments to reduce risks, what is that?
Diversification.
Diversification. Okay, that is correct. So, Bawale, listen to the end of the program. I'll let you know what to do, okay?
Okay, ma.
One more call. 1 is gone, 4 is gone. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, ma. My name is Oguton Eniola from Makaja.
Oguntona Eniola from Makajai. Good morning to you. Happy new month.
Happy New Month, ma.
Thank you. So number 1 is gone. Number 4 is gone. Pick a number.
Number 5.
Number 5. All right. We have the word deposit. So what does it mean? Deposit.
Is a money placed in a bank or given to someone as investment.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So we have 3 participants already on ground, plus my first participant. That's 4 of you in total: Bowale, Matthew Favor, and Yola. So we're doing this again next week Thursday. Next week Saturday. I beg your pardon. For the 3 of you, I need you to send me your number: Bowale, Matthew Favor, and Yola. Yes, I know I have most of your numbers, but please, so that I can, go back and check it. Send it as SMS to 08180905832. Oh my god, I forgot. That network is not available now. But let's do this. Send it to this one instead. 0904422939. If you send it as an SMS, mention your name. I know that it's you. 0904 422 2939. I'll take it one more time. 0904 422 2939. Please be good boys and be good girls. Remember, saving for the rainy day is important, and please don't take anybody important to you for granted this week and the rest of your life. I love you all. Catch you next week Saturday. My name is Favor Olorutola. Bye-bye.